Today, we're just gonna be doing a good old-fashioned luxury haul. Listen, guys, there's gonna be some LV, some Hermes, some Coach, a lot of Ralph Lauren, obviously, some Dooney and Burke. I'm also going to share with you one of my new and most favorite places to shop and online browse at. It is absolutely so fabulous. It's been a busy couple of months here, not a great couple of months, that's for sure, but it's been a busy couple of months, and I've managed to get some shopping in the meantime. What else do I do with my free time? Film videos, I work and I shop. That's my life. So today let's start off with a few vintage pieces because guys, these are so fabulous. So in late May, my husband and I went to the Randolph Street Market, which guys, so over the top, so fabulous. I cannot wait until the next one in September because I had a ton of fun. I know my husband did too, and I found some pretty amazing things. Let's start with some Hermes, guys. Let's start big. There's actually a couple of things from Hermes in this haul, so stay with me. We're gonna get there. First up, we have the knotting cards. I think this was just like a free gift with purchase in the store. I was able to find these at a booth at the Randolph Street Market for like maybe $20-$30, but these are literally all just the different ways that you can knot the scarves. You can wear them in your hair, you can make halter tops, hair ties, wrists. Even though I probably won't do like 95% of these styles with my scarves, it's still just something fun to have. I think every Hermes collector should have these, and if you can get them free, awesome, good for you. I can't even get a Calvi card holder at my stores, so I'm probably not going to get a free box of knotting cards, but still, nonetheless, a ton of fun. And at the same booth, I also found some really good vintage Coach, which is going to go really well with the bag that I'm going to show you guys here in just a moment. And the fact that I found one in 2025 in mint condition is just icing on the cake. So do you guys remember these, the beaded collection? It was like the mid-aughts, so like 03, 04, 05, maybe 06. And they had these with like the gallery totes and wristlets. They might have had some wallets if I remember right. My memory's probably failing me on that point. But with this is just in a stunning shade of tan suede with the Coach signature embossed into it with a row of beads here across the top. Now with this collection, the beads basically murdered themselves. Like the way that the beads are cut and the way they're sewn on, like they're gonna saw away at the strings and eventually unravel and pop off. Mine are mint, mine are perfect. Interior, absolutely clean. My only gripe, listen, if you can be so picky, my only gripe with this is that it has the gold hardware. The bag that I plan to use this with has like the gunmetal hardware. You probably already know which bag it is, but just play along, stay with me. Anyway, super excited. I found these both at the same booth. The lady was a ton of fun. I think I got both of these for under $50, which nearly mint condition, beaded wristlet, absolutely fabulous, and anything in an orange box combined under 50 bucks. Be so for real. That was a steal, right? This next piece, guys, this booth was phenomenal. Amazing, amazing menswear. It was like everything Caleb Snell loves. It was like all of this rare, vintage, beautifully sourced Ralph Lauren clothing. I saw it. It was like the clouds parted, the light shone through, the angels sang. Guys, this was the most perfect booth. And the guy running it was actually really nice. He had an amazing selection. I'm a 6'7" man. I'm not at my ideal goal weight. Don't judge me in the comments. So it was nice to see some more inclusive sizes. I think his sizing went all the way to XX, which for the shirt I'm about to show you, I wanted oversized anyway, so I'm not mad about that. But he had everything from like extra small up to XX. He had pants in real sizes. I almost bought a pair of shorts. So like to actually see that at a vintage market, usually people just kind of, you know, they focus on like the medium, the large, maybe an extra large if you're lucky. But the fact that he was sourcing all types of sizes, there was Ralph Lauren, there was like some vintage names that I didn't recognize. I think there was some vintage Tommy Hilfiger. I'm gonna link his Instagram down below because 100% it's a vibe, and I hope to find him at more markets in the future. But this shirt, you guys, was just too good to pass up. I saw it. It has a little bit of wear, but I think it kind of goes with its vintage charm, so I'm okay with it. I was able to find a patchwork Madras shirt. This is in the Blake cut. It's just like one of the cuts of the shirts. Like the way that it fits on my frame, perfection. I think I have a Blake shirt on underneath the sweater actually. But whenever I see like Blake or the big shirts, I snap them up because they are so comfy, so cozy. And I mean, like literally this layered over like maybe a chambray button up, but this open kind of as like a shacket moment. Fabulous. Throw on my LL Bean boat and tote, which we're going to be visiting here in just a minute. The only wear was like up here on this top patch on the collar. There's some wear in the corner. There's a little bit of that patch of fabric missing, but I'm thinking to myself like, hey, if that were to ever like get really bad or get to the point where you couldn't wear it, maybe like a seamstress or a tailor could just like swap out this patch with another patch. Like it wouldn't be that deep. And anyway, a shirt like this with some rips and tears, I would not mind at all. But other than that little hole up in the collar, this shirt is absolutely fabulous. Here's his tag. The man's booth is called Field. And this shirt, he has 1990s, 2000s Ralph Lauren Patrick Madras shirt, double XL for $50. And no, I didn't haggle. I think haggling can be a little tacky. My husband loves it. I don't. So if we're ever like traveling abroad at like a market or a flea market, I let him do the haggling and then I just pay afterwards because I hate, gives me anxiety. Like I feel it's so rude. But anyway, I thought $50 for a shirt like this, not bad at all, especially considering new. This would probably be like $150 to $200, maybe $220. So it's like, you know what? Fabulous. This is going to look so good this summer. And I was super jazzed to find this one. Also, sticking to the realm of like vintage things that aren't like vintage luxury, I picked up a new coffee table book. Aside from designer bags and beautifully made and crafted furniture, I love collecting a lot of coffee table books. I literally have bookcases full of them, stacks on the floor. It's very, you know, French and casual and chic of me. I know. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, okay, I love anything like remotely kind of gay history, like, you know, like LGBT history and whatnot. But this book is looking good. And this is a guide for men by Charles Hicks, but the photographer was Bruce Weber. This is obviously a lot more tame than most of his work because this is for a broader audience. Overall fabulous. And it's just kind of fun to like look back and see like what, you know, I don't want to say the previous generation, but like what the previous generation was doing with like their hair, their cologne, the clothing they wore. And especially since a lot of this is so cyclical, you can find a lot of good current ideas in vintage books like this. It's a vibe. You just have to be there. Anyway, I think I found this at Half Price Books. I did for $5. Whatever, $5, throw it in the cart, and maybe I'll learn a thing or two. Could be fun. Buckle up because we're going to be talking about some absolutely fabulous luxury. But before we dive in, hey guys, my name's Caleb. I post luxury and lifestyle related content several times a week here on YouTube and over on my website, curatedbycaleb.com. Make sure you mark your calendars for Sunday, June 29th. There's going to be a huge sale, the Icon Sale. We're going to be selling Valentino, Ralph Lauren, Ricky. There's going to be Burberry, YSL, Coach, Dooney & Burke, literally any fabulous designer you can think of. It's going to be in the Icon Sale. So keep your eye out for the time that that's going to drop. And if you're interested in a little bit more access to the channel beyond just hitting the subscribe button down below, which thank you for hitting that button, by the way, consider joining the membership. Hit this QR code over to the side here. It's going to give you all the information for the membership. We do a lot of fun stuff. There's a Discord, members meetups, secret members only lives. We have an amazing community, and trust me, you would fit right in because everyone is so welcoming, warm. We have the best people here, not gonna lie. Let's talk about some designer luxury. I know we've covered a little bit of Coach and Hermes, but let's turn it up a notch and really talk about Coach, Hermes, and Louis Vuitton. I've gone a little overboard in the last month or so with buying new bags. I tell myself, you know, it's a journey. Some months are going to be higher than others, and this month, the last couple of months in this department anyway, did not disappoint. I added my first full-size rogue to my collection. This is the fringe rogue from spring summer 2017, and boy oh boy is she fabulous. Suede, fringe. I have ranted and raved about this bag so much. It's also known as the Sailor Moon rogue with the random emojis here on the back of the hang tag, which not my first choice, but the previous owner. You do you, pop off sis. I finally have a full-size rogue in my collection. My husband was like, you should probably sell that because listen, over at curatedbycaleb.com, I have sold a handful of really good, very limited edition rogues. But I'm like, no, it's fringe, it's suede, it's fabulous, it's Caleb Snell, it's staying in my closet for once, and I could not be happier. Look at this stunning bag. I cannot wait to carry it this summer. It's going to be so fabulous. This is made of servo suede, which comes from the deer skin, and it's soft, it's luxurious, has a little bit of wear, it's a little bit more rugged. Being that it's Southwestern fringe, you know, it looks right being rugged, right? Beggars can't be choosers. I finally have my own full-size rogue. My little 20 doesn't count. The zebra does not count. This is a full-size rogue. Now guys, these next two pieces were such major holy grail pieces, and I found them in a very special website, which I'm going to tell you about a little bit more here in just a second. But I was finally able to scratch off one of the Suhali bags on my collection wish list, and I was able to get my hands on the Suhali Lockit MM in the color Verone, gold hardware, and guys, I could not be happier. I have not carried this out just yet. For reference, if you're interested in adding one of these to your collection, but you're not sure about the size, it is almost identical to the Ralph Lauren Soft Ricky 33, which, as you know, I have a handful. Hello, be so for real. But with this one, I've always wanted the Lockit. I think Kim Kardashian carried this, several other celebrities, Taylor from the first couple of seasons of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I've talked a lot about Suhali in the past, so if you want a little bit more information on the goat skin sourced from the mountains of the West Indies, or the calf skin, or a little bit of history on the Suhali collection in general, go and check out those videos. They're out there, I promise. That's giving X-Files, but I promise they're out there. I was able to find this on the website ZenLuxe, which I'll have all the information linked down below. But before I show you the Hermes piece I also found over on their website, let me give you a little bit more information about ZenLuxe, because guys, it is my new obsession. It is my new favorite place to shop, and I cannot get enough. You're gonna love it too, I promise. Now listen, I've been buying pre-owned luxury now for about 20 years. There has been so much guesswork in trying to find the perfect place to shop. You try one site and they don't have great photos, another site has terrible slow shipping, another site their prices don't match the condition. It is a minefield out there, right? But when it comes to this new site, ZenLuxe, over in Japan, I have found like the perfect place to shop, you guys. Now with ZenLuxe, they take the guesswork out of everything with their authenticity guarantee, and their shipping is the fastest I have ever encountered and the best packed, hands down, bar none. With ZenLuxe, you can find brands like Hermes, Louis Vuitton, Van Cleef & Arpels, Christian Dior. It is literally all there on the website because ZenLuxe teams up with a number of resale shops based in Japan. The quality of the photos, guys, some of the listings had nearly 20 pictures for just one handbag. Some of these other websites could never. So if you're in the market for some pre-owned luxury, definitely head over to ZenLuxe. Make sure you use my code. Everything will be linked down below, but my code, ZenCaleb25, is going to give you 2,000 JPY off of an order over 5,000 JPY, which it's a great way to introduce yourself to the ZenLuxe brand. And trust me, after your first order, it is going to become an obsession, because if you're anything like me, I quite literally check that site almost every day at this point. I've found beautiful Birkins, brand new inbox Hermes pieces, which I unboxed for you guys recently in a recent haul. I just could not be more excited. This is the perfect partnership, and I want to say a huge thank you to the team over at ZenLuxe for sponsoring today's video. Now let's talk about a little bit more luxury, all right? Now, also thank you to ZenLuxe. I was able to add another orange box to my ever-growing collection. I just love collecting Hermes. As a handbag collector, collecting Hermes, it's just like, I've made it. Top tier, right? Like, it is every handbag collector's dream. But with this piece, I can't be an ASMR channel. I just could not do it. It makes my skin crawl. But with this piece, this was something that I had wanted for so long, and I found it in quite literally the perfect colorway. Brand new in box with all of the original paperwork. I was able to add to my ever-growing Hermes collection the Paddock Flot Charm. In brand new condition. This thing has literally never been worn. We have Vache Natural, we have kind of an ochre color, a light blue color. I have the tag here, so I should be able to give you like the real names, but my French isn't great, so just deal with it. This looks absolutely amazing with my Kelly on Pearl Twilly with the same colorway, on my Hermes Kelly 35 in the blue jean Togo leather. Guys, I am so over the moon. I originally wanted one in like darker colors to work on my Birkin, my Vert Foncé Birkin, but this looks so good on my Kelly. The price was too good to say no, and that is the problem with ZenLuxe. The one problem I can find is you will literally be able to find anything you want on that website at a really good deal. It's going to be well packaged, sent to your home very quickly. It is truly a luxurious experience from start to finish, so go and check them out. Links and codes are down below. Now, sticking to the realm of luxury leather goods and accessories, let's dive in to my LL Bean boat and tote, because I'm using a few new pieces here. First off, I made my own Miu Miu inspired lanyard here. So on my LL Bean boat and tote, I have a mini boat and tote. This is from their keychain collection. And you all know how much I love my bean boots. So I have a little mini bean boot on here as well. And then at the Ralph Lauren outlet, I was able to pick up this bandana. Now, I'm not going to take it off because it's like perfectly on my bag right now. That'd be so rude of me. Here you go. You can see it over here. With this is the Polo Ralph Lauren bear. He's just like chilling out on this bandana. I thought it would just be like a fun, casual way to spice up my summer tote here. And you all know, like once boat and tote season comes, the rest of my collection barely sees the light of day. I have been in this now for nearly a week, and I have it loaded up with all of my accoutrement that is necessary, but I did buy a new wallet to match. In my head, rent-free at the Dooney & Burke outlet, there was a wallet that I saw like there a year or two ago, and I kept thinking like, oh my god, that's going to be so perfect for my boat and totes. I all have the navy blue with the gold monogramming, so it's going to be flawless, right? It's going to be perfection. So I finally bought it when we were there with a friend recently in May, and this is my new Dooney & Burke all-weather leather continental wallet in the color jeans. Yes, jeans. It's not an exact perfect match. I should have gone with more of a navy colorway, but it's just like perfect summer energy. This is going to be great for summer things. I really don't know. I can't really think that far ahead right now in my life, but it's going to be great for summer things. And it's just like that nice pebbled leather. When it comes to Dooney and Burke accessories, they have the ones here with like the leather patch. Those are the ones I prefer personally, or they have the one with like the big gold plaque Dooney & Burke 1975. I think that's a little busy. I prefer just like the classic leather patch here with the duck, zipper pocket on the back. It's the continental style, so you've got a ton of room for cards, cash, checkbook if you're still carrying a checkbook on the daily in 2025. No judgment, safe space. Super cute. The perfect match for all my Bowden totes, and I think it'll even fit in my mini Bowden tote too, which is kind of a vibe. Now, sticking to the realm of scarves, I picked up another scarf at the Ralph Lauren outlet. I can't help myself. I have a problem. And normally I don't buy Ralph Lauren pieces. Not that I'm a snob. It's just they don't do it for me. With this one, the colorways were too perfect, and I think this would be literally perfect on a couple of my Ralph Lauren Rickies. But I picked up this Ralph Lauren silk scarf with this beautiful European country scene. It could be Switzerland. Could be England, could be the south of France, we don't know. But overall, just absolutely fabulous. I love the tartan plaid around the exterior. I think with all the discounts and the markdowns, I maybe paid $6 for it. Oh, I can actually tell you. So I ordered a pair of boots that they sent me in the wrong size. Peep my Instagram story for that. But with this scarf, the silk scarf was originally $98. I paid, oh no, excuse me. The polo bear on my LL Bean Bowden tote was originally $98. I paid $17.99. This scarf was originally $55. Again, it's only Ralph Lauren. Originally $55, I paid $4.50. For $4.50 and a beautiful bucolic country scene, I will gladly settle. I think this would look nice on a couple of my Rickies. Either the RL Gold would look fabulous in the fall, or even on my Luxe Calfskin in the Bordeaux colorway. Fabulous, beautiful, really well priced, $4.50. Had to have it, threw it in the bag, and that was that. If you're still with me, we have a few ready-to-wear pieces, and I have a very sad Loro Piana story to share with you. Very, very sad. But let's kick it off with some more Ralph Lauren, because guys, I am literally obsessed. So first off, we stopped over at the Saks Off 5th. I was able to get this fabulous flannel shacket moment. I was thinking this would be super cute with like maybe like an orange cable knit sweater around my shoulders and some green pants maybe, or just like some really distressed like fatigues kind of down below. Overall, just like a really good layering basic piece. It's marked at $44.99. I'm assuming it was probably a little bit extra off, like 20% off. So not mad about it. Super cute, beautiful color. Yes, I did a double X so that way I could kind of layer it with like a Henley underneath or maybe like a second button up. That's kind of been my vibe lately. Anyway, Ralph Lauren, fabulous, love it. Now I'm ready for woodsy, foresty things. I don't know what people do with their free time. Now, you all know that I'm a sucker for a stripe. Like, it's true story, sucker for a stripe. It's a badge I wear proudly. So when it comes to these striped shirts, I had to have it in another color. So I think I have this in the tan. I have a vintage version in the blue and white. I have the green and white, the super oversized 4XL Brooks Brothers monstrosity that I love to wear in the summertime with my Birkin. It's a vibe, get on board. But I was like, I don't have any yellow. And I've recently discovered that I don't hate warm colors as much as I thought I did. I don't know. Could be a mistake, but we're leaning into it. We're trying new things in 2025. And I found this at the outlet. It's marked at $125, but knowing me, I didn't pay that. I usually get like the 25 or the 30% off coupon every weekend. Love that for me. So I probably saved a pretty penny. This pale yellow with the white, it's giving summer energy. I'm ready to be under the tents at the beach. I don't know what people do with their free time. I really need to come up with new examples. I thought it was beautiful. It's lived in my head rent-free for several weeks. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to buy it. And I did. Shamefully, though, I ordered those gorgeous topsider boots in the corduroy and the suede. They sent me the wrong size. Obviously, I wear a size 13. I'm a 6'7" man. They sent me 9.5. So those have to go back. I think I need to go to the outlet at some point this week and return them. Love my new shirt. All right, lastly, we're going to talk about a jacket because, guys, I have been on an odyssey. Truly, way back before our last fire, the second one, by the way, I had the most glorious Eddie Bauer jacket. It was done in like a nice like khaki kind of twill fabric, big leather patches on the elbows and around the collar. And when they were doing the restoration work for the fire, instead of removing the leather pieces like they should have, looking at you cleaners, they sent the entire jacket as one piece through the wash. All of the leather It just discolored, the colors spread out into the fabric. They ruined the jacket. So I have spent the last, that was in 2018, nearly a decade looking for like the perfect like barn coat, like weekend aesthetic. I recently came across, when my husband actually found it, I bid on it. We found on Shop Goodwill, there was a Loro Piana horsey jacket from the Olympics. I think it was like, what was it? One of the Olympics in the 90s. And it was a limited edition horsey jacket, leather trim, in this like dark kind of navy, almost black colorway, cinched at the waist. Guys, absolutely stunning. I get it here. Literally, the sleeves stop here on me. So it fits him perfectly. It looks amazing on my husband. On me, it looks like I'm wearing a kid's jacket. So my husband got a Loro Piana jacket. Love that for him. But I did score at the Eddie Bauer outlet. There's a reason for this story here. Stay with me, guys. So with the Eddie Bauer outlet, again, we were shopping with a friend. This is from the same trip that I got the Dooney & Bourke wallet. I was able to finally, it's not perfect, the search is still on, but I was able to find kind of a barn jacket, right? So this is going to be good for the fall and bobbing for apples at the local corn maze. I don't know. I just thought this would be absolutely cute, gorgeous, cutesy vibes. Originally $139. They had these marked down to $19.99 at the outlet. And even like the person ringing us up was like, what? Wait a minute, let me just do some research. I'm like, there's a whole rack over there. Don't do this to me. I just stood in line. It's hot. I'm tired. I have to buy socks at Under Armour. Don't do this to me. So she checks and she goes, oh, that's legit. Like, it really is $19.99. I'm like, well, go grab one. There's still several left. Hopefully they did. This is from their workwear collection. So very, workwear of me. Love that for me. It's just durable, heavy duty performance apparel designed to withstand the roughest and harshest working conditions, informed by over 100 years of product development and design expertise. Thank you, Eddie. Love it. So this is gonna be super comfy, super cozy. Doesn't have the leather accents I was looking for or like the overall barn jacket vibe that I want, but it's a start. I finally have like a decent, cute, rugged jacket. This is gonna be a vibe with that fringe rogue. Check my Instagram this fall. It's gonna happen. I hope. Hopefully I remember. Probably won't. But overall, total vibe. Love it. $20. Like, I'm not mad. It was a good deal. All right, I'm not going to bore you to death with my L'Occitane haul. I think we did that in a live. I bought a lot of eye creams, and I'm now getting into the neck and the wrinkle cream. Someone actually mistook me for being in my 20s last week. I'm like, I'm 36. They're like, what do you use, Mary Kay? I'm like, who is she? I use L'Occitane. That was my haul for over the last couple of months. Did I miss a lot? Probably. Mark your calendars. Sunday, June 29th, we're going to have the icon sale. It's going to be done live here on the channel. We're going to show everything, go over the photos and stuff, and then drop it on the website at the same time. So you got to be ready. It's cutthroat. A lot of things sell out. Last time we were left with one item that didn't sell after the sale. So that was my haul. Let me know, what have you bought this summer? Have you gotten a new bag yet? Or several new bags? Are you out of control like I am? Let's have a conversation. Let's have some group therapy down below in the comments about that. And until next time, stay safe, have fun. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.